Athenians? Phrygians? Los Angelinians! Xanthippe is not a play about a shrew or a taming of a shrew. It is, in fact, a comic dialogue, an anti-dialogue. A parody on Plato's Symposium, his famous work about love. Moreover, by challenging Socrates' portrayal, or Plato's portrayal of Socrates, Xanthippe seeks to raise a larger philosophical issue about the value of philosophy itself. We now present to you Xanthippe.
His friends are forever fawning, but his family's forgot. Philosophy was dawning, responsibility not. He fills his times with parties, feeds himself and his ego. But there's so much more to Xanthippe that Socrates doesn't know. Xanthippe. There's so much more to Xanthippe. The old man's really giving me a hard time about coughing up the dough. I mean, what does he expect me to do? Get a job?
I know, parents can be so unreasonable.
He acts as though it's my fault the damn horse broke its leg in the home stretch. How was I supposed to know that was going to happen? But, like the great Homer says, all's fair in love and war, which is particularly good advice for dealing with one's parents. But I'll get the money out of him one way or another, even if I have to... Okay, that has got to be the ugliest statue I've ever seen in my life. How could anyone try to pass an eyesore like this off as a work of art?
That's not a statue, Apollodorus. That's Socrates, the wisest man in all of Greece.
Well, that explains it. I was wondering what the terrible smell was. Did you know they say he doesn't believe in taking a bath at least once a month like the rest of us?
Oh, it's not that he was raised in a barn. It's just that his mind is more occupied with more vapory, vacuous, philosophical things like being and becoming, instead of unimportant things like the body and bathing. That's all. He's the guy that figured out that the truly wise man is he who knows he knows nothing. That's why the oracle at Delphi called him the wisest mortal alive.
Well, sounds like a fool's wisdom to me. I guess that means any jackass you meet is a genius. Or a philosopher.
No, you're missing the point. There's a difference between knowing nothing and knowing you know nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. So kind of like how if you're stupid, but you know you're stupid, you're actually smart.
Very funny. You just don't have the makings of being a philosopher.
Thank you. But I know an old bum when I see one. For someone who doesn't know anything, they sure say he's great at sniffing out the best dinner parties. Where are his shoes? I forgot. He probably doesn't need any. I guess with all the light, airy thoughts of the heavens that his head is all full of, he kind of just floats around among the clouds somewhere, never spending much time down here on Earth.
Don't you know anything? You've been spending too much time at the law courts and the horse races. Everybody knows every once in a while Socrates gets so wrapped up in thinking something really deep and awful that he just loses all touch with reality and goes off into another world somewhere. Sometimes he just stands there all day, off in another dimension.
You mean Dada Land? So you're telling me if I go over there and give him a good slap upside the head, you wouldn't know who or what hit him?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Hold that.
Apollodorus, you're not going to assault the wisest man in all of Greece, are you?
Just this guy.
Okay. I need to make sure he gets his invitation for Peleus' party tonight.
You don't have to worry about that. If there's free food and booze, you can sure bet Socrates is going to be there. You know, it's easy to be poor and look down on everyone else when you got rich friends to leech off of. These quacks will do anything to make a name for themselves. This guy's faking it, and I'm going to prove it. I'll bring him back to reality.
Apollodorus, don't! For God's sake, don't! You'll kill him.
Okay, I wasn't actually going to hit him.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. Excuse me, old man. Can you point me towards the nearest brothel, please?
Apollodorus?
Let's be adults about this.
That's a mighty big nose you got there, sir.
Apollodorus, knock it off. Besides, it's not going to do you any good. I told you. When he's philosophizing, he's just like a zombie.
He may have taken you all in, but he doesn't fool me. This guy's not off contemplating the universe somewhere. The deepest thoughts he has is who's going to bum his next meal off of. Say, Zenas, my man, where's the party tonight? At Clinias's. And did you say Alcibiades is gonna be there?
Party? Alcibiades? Did somebody say something about a party and Alcibiades?
See, what did I tell you?
Knock it off. Socrates, I am so glad I found you here. I wanted to make sure you got the invitation to Clean's party tonight. He wanted me to deliver it to you.
Oh, thank you, Zenas, my young friend. Eating is good for the soul. Sure beats starving. Oh, who might I is your handsome young friend here?
This is Apollodorus, son of Callias.
Ah, you are indeed your father's son. Quite the picture of health here. I hope all is well with Callias. He and I used to have many conversations at the gym.
Yeah, he's warned me, or told me, all about you.
I have been trying to enlighten Apollodorus here about using your philosophy, about how you know nothing. I mean, how you know nothing. But he's skeptical. He's just not a philosopher at heart.
Zenas, philosophy is concerned with matters of the head, not the heart. The heart is the part of the body with all the warm, dense blood in it. While the head has all the light, airy thoughts that swirl around.
Speaking of airy, did you just get windy all of a sudden?
After all, people tend not to philosophize once their head have been removed.
Oh, don't give me any ideas, old man.
But the study of philosophy is not for everyone, just a select few. Maybe we can discuss it after dinner tonight. Maybe I can convert you. After all, all I know is I know nothing, which I'll prove to you if you talk with me long enough.
So I've gathered. But I think I've mastered the main part of your philosophy. Is there anything more to it than just being ignorant?
My main philosophy routine, for dinner parties, of course though, is first I prove that I don't know anything. Then I prove that you don't know anything. And if the wine holds out, I prove that nobody knows anything. And after that, if it turns into a really riotous drunken brawl, I pull out all the stops and drink everybody under the table, discussing virtue.
What's amazing is that nobody's ever seen Socrates drunk. No matter how much he drinks or how long he's been at it, he's just as sharp as ever and can out-argue anyone.
Oh, okay, I have wondered about that. How is it, Socrates, that you're able to remain so in control, even if you have drank enough to kill a horse or two? Is it because of your philosophy?
Well, no, my young friend, it's just that after a time I've developed a
High tolerance to
What
alcohol?
amazes me more than his ability to out-slosh the biggest lushes that have ever lived is his ability to withstand Alcibiades' charms. If you don't mind me mentioning it, Socrates, even Alcibiades admits he's never had any luck with you. At one of Agathon's parties not that long ago, Alcibiades told us about how he tried to make a pass at Socrates, but Socrates completely ignored him. Alcibiades thought that just because he was so good looking, he could seduce Socrates without even trying, just because he was so good looking. So after dinner one night, when Alcibiades and Socrates were alone, and it was during the winter, Alcibiades wrapped his cloak and his arms around him, claiming just to keep him warm, which I thought would have been pretty thoughtful of him had it been true. But anyways, after the dinner, when everybody else had to leave and it was time for Socrates to go home, nothing more happened than just two brothers sleeping together.
I'm glad I'm not in your family. But I will admit that is a rather unusual display of denial and self-control. I mean, it must have been hard to let one of the most attractive men in all of Greece just hold you tight in a bear hug all night and not just get up and walk away. Seems to have that hard-to-get routine down pretty good.
Socrates! I see you there! Where have you been hiding all day? Or just wait till I get my hands on you.
Oh, holy Zeus at Xanthippe. Well, gentlemen, it's been a really nice chat, but that little inner voice in me is telling me it's time to run. I mean to hide. I'm goodbye.
He sure took off in a hurry. Doesn't seem very philosophical to me. What happened to his otherworldly detachments?
You would too if you had a wife like that. Oh no, here she comes.
Now where did that no-good Socrates sneak off to? I know I saw him standing here talking some of his damn nonsense.
You know, he came out of here in quite a hurry, almost like a witch was after him, in that direction.
I'll come back and scratch your eyes out later, my smart-mouthed young man.
Why? You don't want Xanthippe on your case. Believe me.
I'll take my chances. So why did he marry her anyway, if she's so hard to get along with? Did they have to?
No, of course not. I mean, why does anybody get married? I guess he's a glutton for punishment. But, I mean, my parents fight all the time too, don't yours? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what married people are supposed to do. I mean, it's a pretty even battle when two people get married. The wife fights with her mouth, the husband fights with his hands. But Xanthippe does both. First she nags him, and then she beats him.
Well, if he lets her do it to him, he's only got himself to blame. She's like, when nothing is the answer to those questions in your soul, that's because philosophy's not nice. Xanthippe questions all, while Socrates pontificates. Philosophy is just not nice.
Hey! Watch where you're going, buddy. Open your damn eyes. There's a big idea running through here like a maniac.
Oh, I'm sorry, Antisthenes, but you've got to help me.
Socrates? My God. It's you, I'm sorry. Mistook you for one of those damn beggars that keep plaguing us. Market's full of them. Anyway, what is it? What's the matter?
It's Xanthippe. She's hot on the trail and hot on my tail. I can't let her find me. If she catches me, she'll skin me alive, and then I won't be able to go to Cleinias's party tonight. You've got to help me.
Socrates!
Quick. Put this on. Okay. Now sit right here and don't say a word.
Socrates! Now where did that damn bum go? I know I saw him go this way. Oh, he can run, but he can't hide. I know all of his usual hangouts, and it's only going to go harder for him when I do find him. Pardon me, sir, did you happen to notice a large rat come running through here in the last few minutes?
Rat? No, ma'am. No rats here. Not one all day.
In this part of town? That's a lie. You must be hiding something.
Well, since you're so bold, if the truth be told, I've seen so many, I can't remember any.
Ah, very well then. If you value your life, listen to what I say. Lie to an angry wife, and it's Judgment Day.
Okay, I can't make any promises, but okay, fine. Tell me, what did this rat of yours look like?
Oh, well, for starters, it's about 6 feet tall.
By all that's holy! That's bigger than the most giantess sewer rat I've ever heard of. Well, certainly I would have seen something like that if it had come by. But I best be sure. I'm scared to ask, but is there anything else I should know about it?
Oh, let's see. Well, it's about 60 years old, has white hair, and could talk your ear off spouting a lot of damn fool nonsense about philosophy.
Good God, lady. That's no rat you're talking about at all. That's a damn demon or a freak of nature you're describing. Are you sure you haven't been hitting the bottle a little bit?
Am I sure? I'll say I'm married to him.
Please, lady. This is a respectable establishment I have here. Just pretend you didn't say anything. I, for one, won't tell anyone.
Listen, buddy, you can cut the crap right now. I saw my husband go this way, and I know he's around here somewhere. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you were hiding him. You know, this jackass sure looks familiar.
That's not for sale. That's for Aristophanes' new play. He's picking it up tomorrow. Might interest you one of these other masks. This Gorgon would suit you lovely. How about Medusa here?
So, Aristophanes has another play coming out, does he? The drunk? Well, if he needs an ass's mask, then it must be another one about my husband. Oh, I'm ruined. One more play by Aristophanes about Socrates and his damn stupidity, and it'll be the death of me. I was the laughing stock of the town after the last one, The Clouds, came out. All the women in the marketplace made fun of me. They said every nasty thing they could think of about how my husband was a numbskull and a lunatic that flew around in baskets like a madman. And what was worse was, I had to agree with them. You know, I'd better destroy this jackass before Aristophanes can get his hands on it.
Achoo!
Oh, sir, I believe your mannequin just sneezed. That must be our remarkable dummy.
I didn't hear anything.
Ouch!
Oh, look, it talks too.
I didn't hear anything. I think your imagination is getting the better of you.
I know an ass when I hear one, and I'll be damned if that doesn't sound exactly like my husband. Oh, sir, your dummy is fighting me. It must be possessed. I better kill it.
I wouldn't want to be in old Socrates' shoes right now, if he had any. Oh, busted.
Oh, Xanthippe, what is it, my little sweet pea?
Don't sweet pea me, you old bastard! Where have you been all day? Out gallivanting all over town? Oh, and I suppose you have another one of your banquets lined up for tonight, while your kids and I are eating someone else's scraps that I had to scrounge up from the garbage piles at the marketplace.
Well, it's good not to waste food.
Oh, don't give me any of your damn lessons on economizing. I already make a church mouse look extravagant. Save it for your big spender friends. Oh, I don't know any other woman that would put up with this. I just let you walk all over me. No one else would be stupid enough to let you take advantage of him the way that I do. Oh, God, my father warned me about marrying a philosopher. He said that I would regret it, but I didn't listen. When I heard how much Giorgi and the others were charging their students, I thought you would really rake it in like the rest of them. They said that you could outbabble them all. But I was a fool. I married the only philosopher dumb enough to blab it all away for nothing. God, what would I care if you walked all over town all day talking to every idiot who was dumb enough to listen if you could make a buck doing it? But no, you can't keep your gobstones flapping in the breeze in the direction of anyone who will look your way free of charge. No, you can't charge anyone a dime because you're too damn good to earn an honest living like anyone else. Well, let me tell you one thing, buddy. It is your wife and your children that pay the price for all of your fancy philosophy talk. Go! Where do you think you're going, old man? Now you can go run and hide. Oh, I can't take this anymore. Just get out of here. Leave me alone.
That's some wife you got there.
Do be quiet.
Why do you let her hit you like that? The day I let some woman hit me like that, I'd send her flying.
What, you want me to get in a boxing match with her right here? Ooh, that's one for Xanthippe. Ooh, that's one for Socrates. You wanted to be the talk of Athens, how Socrates beat his wife in the marketplace?
Don't worry, Socrates. We all know who the one getting beat up is. Here, let me help you.
Socrates' old friends loved to hear his tales, philosophizing from below and above. But while Xanthippe knows domestic responsibility, Socrates thinks he knows love. Xanthippe. Poor, misunderstood Xanthippe.
Lamphrocles, I've told you once, and I'm not going to tell you again. Put that thing down before you break it.
Oh!
Now you've got it done, and I told you to put that thing down before you broke it. Oh, now go to your room and don't come out until I tell you can.
I didn't mean to break it, Mom!
Go to your room this instant. Young brats who don't listen to their mother don't deserve supper. You're going to turn out to be just like your worthless father.
I hate you! I hate you! I wish you were dead!
Lamphrocles, get back here right now and apologize. Morona, I don't know how much longer I can put up with this. It is the same thing every day. Socrates out in the town from morning to night, out partying it up with his rich friends while the kids and I are stuck in this dump. You know, he's a regular socialite. Hardly an evening goes by when he doesn't have another invitation from one of his no-good friends who has nothing to do but sit around and get drunk all night. I'm sick and tired of it. Do you know how hard it is to prepare a decent meal when you don't have a scrap of food in the house? And the kids are starting to resent me because I'm the only one who disciplines them because their father's never around. Oh, and do you know how long it has been since I have had a new dress? Oh, God, I've been wearing the same damn rags since the day we were married. I never have anything new and pretty to wear like any of the other women to the festivals. In fact, when a rich old hag wants to put someone down, she says, "Oh, what is that potato sack she's wearing? She looks like the wife of Socrates."
Personally, I've never understood how you've been able to put up with things as long as you have. I would have murdered him a long time ago.
Right. And I've been trying to think of a way to come up with some money, since obviously I can't rely on my husband for anything. I can't think of anything reasonable. I thought about becoming a housebreaker, but then what would happen to the children if I got caught? And then I thought about setting up shop in the marketplace, but I don't know what I could do or sell. I'm no damn good at fortune telling, except predicting my own future, which I'll tell you does not look good. And basket making and weaving have never really been my thing.
Arts and crafts are a decent enough way to make a living, to be sure. However, there are older, more profitable professions.
You don't mean to press? No. What? Do you really think that I could be a... Oh, wow. Oh, what would the kids say if they knew their mom was a
Tramp, harlot, slut, whore? Thank you. You have to tell them. We don't
Well,
have our little secrets.
No, I wouldn't tell them, but you know that someone around here would.
Well, it's just an idea. I'm only trying to help.
I know. God, what am I gonna do?
You think of something. Okay, let's take stock of the situation. The way I see it, you've got three options.
Okay.
You either leave him, sue him, or just kill him.
Well, I can't leave him. Where would I go? I mean, I can't go home. My father's wedding present to me was this advice. You can marry the damn bum if you want to, but when you finally figure out how worthless he is, don't come running home crying to me. Which only made me want to marry him even more.
You could always go abroad.
And raise my children like beggars in a foreign country?
Still leaves two options.
Well, then I have no option at all. I can't kill him for the same reason I can't sue him. He doesn't have any money.
Good point. Wait! I've got it!
What?
Well, you know what they say. If you can't beat him, join him.
Well, what do you want me to do? Abandon the kids every night? Go running off to all those drunken parties at Alcibiades?
No! What I mean is, turn the tables on him and use his philosophy against him. Challenge him to a public debate and put his reputation on the line. Then when he loses, he'll be so humiliated, he'll have to give up philosophizing forever. In other words, if you can't join him, beat him.
That is a great idea. It's perfect, in fact. But what if he doesn't agree to it?
Believe me, he'll agree. He knows you can make his life a living hell.
But I thought I already do make his life a living hell.
Yes, you do, and that's why it's in his best interest to agree. He has nothing to lose and much to gain, namely peace and quiet. If he wins, you'll agree to stop dropping grapes and stop telling him about his philosophy, and he could just babble all the time to his friends.
What if I lose, though?
Well, then things will pretty much stay the same. That's what he does now. I don't see how they could get any worse.
Oh, you know, you're right. But do you really think I can pull it off? I mean, they say he's pretty good. You know what Aristophanes says? He can make the worst argument defeat the better. They say he can make mincemeat out of the most petty, low-life, slippery-tongued lawyer types you'll ever meet.
Of course, he's much worse than a lawyer. He's a philosopher.
Then Athena herself wouldn't have a chance in Hades of defeating him, and I'm just a country girl.
Don't worry, you're underestimating yourself, Xanthippe. You have a much bigger advantage.
Oh, what's that? Please tell me.
Your mouth. All wives are naturally outgifted in out-arguing their husbands. Don't tell me you didn't know that. If you claim otherwise, that is an assault upon our sex. What, were you an orphan child? Didn't your mother scold and nag your father all the time? Yeah. And didn't she wear him down and worry him until he was practically a walking vegetable?
Yes, but he deserved it.
Exactly. There you go. That's the spirit. Just remember, while Socrates is preparing himself for the debate, getting all calm and philosophical and detached, you work yourself up into a fury and let nature take its course. Just imagine he was out all night partying with his friends and you were trapped here at home, and think about how upset you would be. Just get all emotional and crazy. Really let yourself go wild. I mean, that should do the trick, no problem. In fact, I think I'm starting to pity the poor guy.
You know what? He was out on the town all night, the damn bum. And not that that's anything new, of course. I'm always at home, slaving away, having to be the man and the woman of the house because he was out partying it up with his rich friends. And you know what else? He can talk up a storm with all his fine talk about being a good person. But if he is such a good husband and father, then why are his wife and children running around in rags, wondering where their next meal is going to come from?
Trust me, he doesn't have a prayer. You're going to blow him out of the water. Do half as well tomorrow, and your husband can kiss his days as a philosopher goodbye.
It's the philosophizer's aim, pitting love as a game, hoping debate illuminates their marital woes. But Socrates be warned, Xanthippe mighty scorned. Philosophy is not nice.
It's not nice!
It's okay, come on.
I'm sorry.
Oh, heavens above, murdered in the night. Oh, evil is the world in which we live. Oh, much better is the world to which I go.
What's going on out there? Who's making all that racket? If it is a burglar, you have come to the wrong house. There is nothing to steal in this rundown shack. In fact, if you don't get out of here right now, I may rob you. Oh, Socrates, it's you. I'm so sorry. I must have forgotten to put the laundry away.
Well, a man is lucky who has a loving wife to come home to.
Oh, don't give me any of your wisecracks, buddy. A man who comes traipsing in at the crack of dawn is lucky he has a wife that hasn't killed him yet. You know, it's nice of you to grace your wife and children with your presence while they're sleeping. No doubt you're talked it a lot to improve the morals of your damn drinking buddies before they all passed out. Are you plastered? How many fingers am I holding up?
Xanthippe, you'll wake the children if you continue on like this. Let's do call it a night.
Well, don't use little kids to try to protect yourself, you overgrown coward. My talking won't wake the children, but an old man's screams for help might. I can't put up with this anymore, and I'm not putting up with it for one more day. I'm going to put an end to this once and for all tonight.
By Apollo, you can't take your own life, Xanthippe. The gods don't approve of suicide. Besides, your children won't have anyone to take care of them.
You must be wasted, because if I kill anyone, it won't be me, you worthless old bum. In fact, if you were smart, you would be more worried about your own life instead of mine.
Xanthippe, if you wish to discuss anything that will tend to improve either one of us, I will be happy to indulge you. If not, I really must be going to bed. I'm afraid I feel a bit fatigued after I've so strenuously exerted myself talking and eating all night.
Oh, I should break your damn neck after that stump you pulled in the market today. You know, you're lucky I'm such a pushover, you old bastard, or I would have murdered you a long time ago. But, fortunately, I am not the type of person that holds a grudge. Damn you. I believe in rising above things, and the fact that you're still breathing proves it. But, for once in your fool life, you finally said something that has an ounce of sense to it. A talk is exactly what I want. In fact, a debate would be more like it. I want to have this out once and for all, like a civilized, rational person. I want to see whether you're as good with all your flaky philosophy as you say you are.
I don't think I heard you correctly. I thought I heard you say you wanted to have a rational discussion for a change. Either something's wrong with my hearing, or you must have fallen and hurt yourself while I was gone today. Don't take this the wrong way, but did you fall and hurt your head while I was gone?
I guess.
Oh, but please, don't let me interrupt. Please do continue.
I guess being married to Mr. Smooth Talker has finally rubbed off on me. What? Are you afraid your wife is going to make you look like a fool in front of the entire city?
They say if you live long enough, you'll see and hear it all. It must be true. But who'd have imagined this? There's waiting around the bend for me at my age. Xanthippe, a philosopher. I'm absolutely astounded. Never in my wildest dreams, and believe me, I've had some pretty wild dreams, especially after those parties with Alcibiades. Perhaps I've underestimated you this past decade. Never before in our marriage have I felt more like giving you a hug and a kiss.
Don't you come near me, you old lech. I will throttle you with my bare hands. Don't go getting all excited at your parties and then coming home all hot to trot.
Well, you can roar like a lion all you will, my little apple dumpling, but the sound of your sweet voice will always be music to my ears. But I'm absolutely thunderstruck. Here I've been, wandering around the city like a dolt, all these years, just looking for somebody to debate. And all the while, under my own very nose, my own darling little wife was waiting to be my next victim, opponent. I'm more than happy to discuss anything you wish in a public forum.
Excellent. But there are certain terms and conditions.
Now this is beginning to sound like the Xanthippe I've come to know.
As I'm sure you'll agree, there's not room enough under this roof for more than one philosopher. Everybody knows that if you get two philosophers together in a room, let alone a house, there's certain to be war or death, what with all their damn quibbling and nonsense. So whichever one of us loses has to agree to give up philosophizing once and for all, at least if they want to continue living or remain in this house. And whoever wins can do all the damn philosophizing they want, wherever they want to, whenever they want to, without any interference from the other. Agreed?
I don't know what this means. Perhaps the end of the world. But it's an omen from above. It's a blessed miracle. You're absolutely correct, my little darling. How having one philosopher in the house has been more than conducive to domestic harmony. I don't think either one of us would live long enough with another in the house. So I agree to your terms and conditions. But there's just one more thing. Who's to judge this debate? Who's to determine the outcome?
Anyone or his brother. And what in Hades do I care who decides you're a damn fool? Anyone in Athens could come to that conclusion.
Well, the truly wise man does not heed the decision of the rabble.
Oh, here we go.
He listens to the voice of his own soul. He uses his mind and reason to determine what is right. And then, even if the whole town be against him, he has listened to the most important voice and has acted correctly. Therefore, I'm afraid I can't agree to abide by the decision of just anyone. Only a wise man. If anyone other than a sage determines the winner of the debate, I will be forced to use my own judgment to determine the true victor and the true outcome.
Oh, listen, buddy, you have played judge and jury long enough. Now we're going to give someone else a turn. Let me impart some wisdom to your soul. There are two ways in which you can participate in this debate. The easy way and the hard way. You can either get up there on the platform using your own 2 feet, or I will drag you up there kicking and screaming. Get the picture? Good.
Well, Xanthippe's plenty sore, while Socrates parties more. Philosophers aren't nice. And if he knew love, as he said, he'd stay home instead. His philosophy is not right. Xanthippe's pain, Socrates' disdain, each claiming love's essence as their own. Will they learn from their fight whose philosophy is right? Either way, it seems marriage is not nice.
My brother just got married.
How is he?
It's not good.
news?
I've been out running errands and appointments all day. What news? Oh, no, about your friend the philosopher. It is the talk of the town about how his wife beat him in the marketplace. I wish I was there.
No, that's old news. The latest news.
She's finally done it. She's killed him. I made a huge bet with Aristophanes about this a while ago. By Zeus, this is the best day of my life. I don't have to worry about the damn horse racing debt anymore. I gotta go get my money.
No, she didn't kill him, for God's sake!
She didn't?
No, she challenged him to a debate tomorrow at the town center. And listen to this. If she wins, he's agreed to give up philosophy. If he wins, she's promised to stop being such an unbearable old hag. Everybody's gonna be there, the whole town.
I can imagine. They're probably hoping it turns into another one of their drunken brawls. Hey, no. Maybe she'll still do it. No, maybe she'll kill him right there in the market.
You're hopeless. But come on, follow me. Agathon's having a party for Socrates, a pre-victory celebration.
Don't you think it's a bit premature?
Not at all. But we want to do everything we can to help cheer Socrates on to victory. The dinner's almost over now, but if we can hurry, we can catch the after-dinner philosophy and drinking. Let's go.
Okay.
What'd you do?
I had a moment. While his friends supply his drinking and his ego runs amok, methodically Socrates proves that his legend was probably luck. But Xanthippe, underrated, underappreciated, Xanthippe.
Presenting Apollodorus and Zenas.
You gotta fix these doors.
Ah, look who it is, everyone! Apollodorus and Zenas! We're just about giving up on you two. Now Alcibiades is the only one we're missing. Come, you hang by Socrates with me.
Yes, do.
I hope you can all agree this is a case of better late than never.
Certainly, it's good to see you both.
Yes, the two handsome young gentlemen like yourselves make a fine addition to our little chat here.
Well, I hope you didn't miss us too much.
Well, obviously you've heard the big news.
Oh, how couldn't we? Socrates, is it true? Would you truly give up philosophy?
Well, yeah, that is the deal at any rate, but I won't comment on the likelihood of such an outcome, of course. But I will abide by the decision of the judges. And, after all, if I'm such a poor philosopher that I can't hold my own against Xanthippe, then I've taken up the wrong cause. I shouldn't be making it my life's work to go around and enlighten all the handsome young men in the city.
Well, as you know, gentlemen, this isn't just another one of our friendly little drinking bouts. In light of today's events, I've decided to host this emergency dinner party with Socrates here as the guest of honor. And in keeping with the spirit of the occasion, we've decided to forego our usual method of entertaining ourselves. Drinking ourselves blind. To help make sure that Socrates here isn't forced into an early retirement. Not that there's much chance of that happening, of course.
Certainly. I propose a toast, gentlemen, to Socrates, the wisest philosopher of our time.
Ah, to Socrates.
Socrates.
Bottoms up.
As I was saying, to help Socrates prepare for the big debate, we asked him to hold a sort of practice exercise for the benefit of all of us here tonight. Have you decided yet, Socrates, which subject you will take up for our enlightenment?
Well, since you're our host tonight, I thought I would decided to leave that up to you.
Oh, very well then, Socrates. Being in the presence of so many of Athens' finest tonight inspires me. And since love is the one subject even you profess to be an expert on, I propose that be the topic of our or your discussion. The nature of love.
You're indeed correct, my friend. That is one topic that I claim to hold special knowledge of.
Not
And
so
I would-
fast, Socrates, old boy. I have to object. I say, since we owe tonight's dinner and tomorrow's entertainment to our distinguished guests, marital bliss, I propose, in honor of your extraordinary wife, and yes, I do mean Xanthippe, in case we're all wondering who I'm talking about, I propose that the particular form of love known as marriage be the subject of Socrates' talk.
Oh, this isn't a court of law, Aristophanes, but your objection is duly noted and approved. That is as long as Socrates agrees?
Agreed.
Marriage. That's a subject you should really have some special expertise on.
Expertise, no. Nightmares, yes. But don't worry, my young friend, your day is coming too. It's every young man's fate to settle down and raise a family after he's had a chance to sow his wild oats.
Married people like to say things like that to scare single people. But I'm sure I can take some comfort in the fact that it would be hard to find another Xanthippe. She's quite a prize.
Not so hard as you might wish. Oh, it's true. I believe Xanthippe does have a bit more of a fury in her than most, but I believe that there's a lot of Xanthippe in all women. But I will say this. Xanthippe does deserve credit for one thing. She has been an exemplary wife in one respect. She has definitely helped steel me against any adversity that life could have to offer. But let's leave Xanthippe to scrubbing the floors or whatever it is she's doing to prepare herself for tomorrow. And let's turn our attention to this our topic for our nice little after-dinner chat. I believe you know the procedure by now, gentlemen. In order to direct our conversation to find the truth of the matter, I would like to ask a few questions of somebody. And then that will help keep me from flying off on the deep end.
Certainly.
Yeah, okay. Hey, thank you. I'm glad to find you all so cooperative. Zenas, would you be willing to help us out here and direct us on this difficult subject?
Oh, yes, of course.
Great, thank you. First, do you agree with along with our distinguished poet here, that that marriage is a form of love? Or are they two separate things, two different things?
Two very different things, I should say, Socrates, since it is often we find one without the other.
Ha! Well, clearly then, if we are to determine the true nature of love, then we must first identify the types of love and marriage. And then we must compare them to see if they have anything in common. Then we can identify the true nature of love. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, great. Then let's start. What are the types of love?
Well, there's love of family, as the love that you feel for your mother and father and sisters and brothers.
Even if you hate them and want to kill them.
And there's love of friends and love of men and women you are not related to and are not friends with. And
Now you get into the good part, Zenas.
Oh, and don't forget about how they feel about their pets, or how a farmer feels about the animals on the farm.
that's not love, that's sickness.
But isn't love often some sort of malady or sickness?
Aristophanes, since you seem to take it over here for young Zenas, what are the types of marriage? Unless, Zenas, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, that about covers it.
I think it's widely known that there are two types of marriage, bad and worse.
So, in that case, do you agree, Zenas?
Well, truly, Socrates, from all I see and hear, I would have to say that that is not too far from the truth.
Well, upon that note, gentlemen, I'd like to raise another toast. To Xanthippe.
To Xanthippe.
So, now that we've determined the types of love and marriage, is there anything that they have in common?
Why, it's so easy any fool could see. It's so obvious.
Oh, yes.
Misery.
Oh! Oh, this wine is good.
More bread.
Misogyny.
I found it. It was in the back.
Oh, I was wondering.
Yeah.
Ready? It's Xanthippe versus Socrates, philosophical, allegorical. Xanthippe's determined to win. Socrates' defeat would be historical. Watch her exit from the darkness. The light she hides will show. Watch her exit from the darkness. There she goes. Watch her grow. Now he'll know. Yes.
Make sure you put her in her place, Socrates. I thought Xanthippe needed to be taking out a few pegs for a while now. We don't want these women getting any funny ideas.
All of us women are counting on you, Xanthippe. Don't let us down.
Oh, thanks. That really takes the pressure off.
Fine. Just remember what we talked about yesterday. And if you feel yourself getting all tongue-tied and in need of inspiration, just imagine what your life would have been like if you'd married a rich man who'd suppose you rough.
Oh, maybe I should forget the debate and just kill him.
Perfect. Break a leg, preferably his.
Ladies and gentlemen, We are gathered here today for a very special event. No, this man, Socrates, and this woman, Xanthippe, are not here to join in heavenly matrimony. They've already experienced that joy and are now years past that day of happiness. I can assure you. Instead, you are about to witness a most remarkable and unparalleled occurrence in our history. For the first time ever in our illustrious city, a husband and wife will debate some of the greatest philosophical issues of all time. Woo! They each have much at stake in this contest. Socrates, one of our most famous philosophers, has agreed that if he loses, he will forever renounce philosophizing within the walls of this city. Yeah! And Xanthippe has agreed that if she loses, she will stop nagging her husband to death. These are the terms you have both earlier agreed to. With the people of Athens as witnesses, I ask you now to both affirm your willingness to be bound by the judgment of the majority decision of those present. Please raise your right hands. Do you both agree to let the citizens of Athens choose the winner of this competition and adhere to the rules of conduct governing you if you should lose?
I do.
Very well then, let's begin. There will be at least 2, possibly 3 topics for debate. The first 2 will be the one and the many, and being and becoming. If necessary, there will be a third topic for debate, a tiebreaker, on the value of the philosophic life. Socrates won the drawing of lots that was held earlier to decide who speaks first, and thus you will begin. Socrates, are you ready, sir?
I am, my fine sir. Thank you. But first, I would like to ask for the help of somebody here in our audience. As my friends know, it is customary for me to ask questions to direct our conversation. So I would like to ask Zenas if you'd like to help.
By all means, Socrates.
Why can't you ever just give a straight answer? Why do you always have to have someone else do your dirty work?
Xanthippe, please. Wait your turn.
As I was saying, it is customary for me to ask a few preliminary questions in order to direct our conversation. Zenas, would you be willing to lend us a hand?
Of course, Socrates. Please feel free to ask me anything you'd like, and I will do my best to try to answer.
Thank you. Let's begin. We'll agree that the one and the many are 2 separate things. That is, you have one and the many.
Yes, of course.
That they are not the same.
Yes, you're right. I told you he's a genius.
Oh, it's obvious.
Thank you. You always were a brilliant pupil of mine, along with Alcibiades over there.
I'm gonna hit that later.
Oh my.
Now, you have the one is one, which is why we call it one.
Mm-hmm.
The many is more than one, which is why we call it the more than one or the many. Isn't that so?
Yes, every single word. I'd be damned if I understand a word of what you're saying, but I know you're right.
And if one is less than the many, then it is part of the many, which means that they are the same. So therefore, the one and the many are both different and the same.
Yes, true as true can be.
That was a very impressive argument, Socrates. I think it is clear to all of us now how you have justly earned a reputation for your great wisdom, sir. It will indeed be a tough act for Xanthippe to follow. All right, now, Xanthippe, it is your turn to speak on the one and the many. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. The one and the many.
All right, now, everyone, please give her some time.
Come on, Xanthippe, remember the strategy. All right. You want to hear about the one and the many. I will tell you about the one and the many. My husband has stayed out all night at one damn party too many. I'm tired of barely having a bite to eat at the dinner table for the kids and me while he's off gorging himself on one of his many gourmet feasts. And he doesn't even bring us a doggy bag. In short, I think I have one worthless husband too many. And I have been married one damn time too many.
Yes!
Looks like your friend is in some trouble.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Well, that is a very strong show of support for Xanthippe. The people of Athens have clearly chosen you as the victor for the first question. But there is still our second topic, being and becoming. Socrates, again, will speak first. Whenever you're ready, sir.
Thank you. Again, I would like to ask if Zenas would be willing to help us by agreeing with, answering a few questions.
It would be an honor, Socrates.
Thank you. Being something and becoming something are different, right? A man is a certain age, but he's becoming another age at the same time. Isn't that so?
Yes.
So if a man is being and becoming at the same time, he can never be anything because he's always becoming something else.
Yes.
And if he can never become anything else unless he is something to begin with. Isn't that so?
Every damn word of it.
So a man is both being and becoming and not being and becoming at the same time.
Prodigy of the
Same answer as the last one.
Well, Socrates, you seem to have made quite a comeback.
Woo!
Xanthippe, what do you have to say on the subject of being and becoming?
Oh, I have plenty to say. I am tired of being made a fool of by my damn husband. I am mad and I am becoming madder. I'm sick and tired of living in a hovel while he's up living the good life all the time with his rich friends. I'm tired of the no-good bum, and I'm sick of putting up with this damn philosophizing. You know what? If you don't shape up, old man, and stop loafing around all over town all day and start actually supporting your family, then I'm gonna stop being so damn nice to you, and you are going to become history. Oh, you like to keep those damn gums flapping in the breeze? Well, this will help wet your whistle.
First Xanthippe thunders, and then she pours.
I think it's fair to say it's unanimous. There is no need for a discussion on the merits of the philosophical life to decide the question. Xanthippe, I hereby declare you the winner of this debate. And Socrates, I hereby notify you that from this day forward, you are forever banned from in any way practicing philosophy within Athens.
I was just getting warmed up. In the next session, I was going to get into a no-holds-barred discussion of the good and the bad. That's my specialty.
Oh, I'll tell you what's not fair, old man. Making your family the victims of your damn hypocrisy. Oh, you may do wonders for all the idle young drunks of the city, but you do nothing for your kids and me. Well, the party's over, buddy. You've had your fun. Now let's go get you a job.
Oh, help!
Here,
Help! Help!
buddy, get out of there.
I think that's what we all wanted to happen. Now, the friends were very reasonable, and Socrates must let go, because there was much more to Xanthippe that now they all know. And you now know that little something about Xanthippe.
It's pretty amazing. Did you see the water thing? That was like my favorite part.